The world is finally able to view a collection of works hoarded by one of Hitler's art dealers during the Nazi era. Paintings by artists like Monet, Renoir, Cézanne and Rodin are being shown for the first time since the Second World War as part of exhibitions in Switzerland and Germany. In 2010, the son of the art dealer was investigated by tax authorities when part of his father's collection was discovered in houses that he owned. Now, that son, who died in 2014, left most of the artworks to a Swiss museum. The rest of the collection is caught up in a legal battle right now between the museum and the family. Charlotte Dubjenskij reports next from the exhibition in the Swiss capital.
Their discovery stunned the art world. For almost 80 years, around 1,500 paintings, some by Cézanne, Monet, Picasso, and worth hundreds of millions of euros, were thought to have been lost to the world. Instead, it emerged in 2013 that they'd been hoarded by Cornelius Gurlitt, the son of a Nazi art dealer.
He was in a train from Switzerland to Germany, and the customs officers found some money on him, and then they started to do research, and it ended up that they found a lot of artwork in his apartment in Munich to begin with, and then they discovered his house in Salzburg in Austria, where they found another piece of artwork.
For the first time in decades, hundreds are now on display as part of two exhibitions, one in Germany and the other here in Switzerland. These are just some of around 15,000 works seized by the then German government. Some of the works were looted from Jewish families, others bought at pennies to the pound from those forced to sell their possessions as they fled Nazi Germany's. For many families, it became a sort of departure tax. They sold their most precious possessions in order to be able to leave the country.
People had to leave the country, you know, they had to flee the country they had to escape, and so they needed money, so they couldn't take the artwork with them, so that they were forced to sell the artwork mostly on a very low price. So
some 1,000 objects from the Gurlitt find remain under study to determine their origins. While the results are expected next year, for many the wait to have their family's treasures won't end there. It's estimated that it won't be possible to identify the ownership of at least 2/3 of the pieces. And for some, every stolen work of art is still one too many. Charlotte Dubjenskij, RT, Bern, Switzerland.